Yo, what's up everybody, Holding Hands with you here, bringing you Wiseman's Grandchild anime review. This was episode 8. This was a very intriguing episode. You can tell they had like a little time skip, maybe about like 2-3 weeks ahead, because it starts off with everybody already in their training groups and stuff, and you can tell they practice is going on real good. So either they developed too quickly, or we had a little time skip that wasn't mentioned. Cause I know this is based off a light novel, and I know when it comes to anime, getting a light novel adaptation or anime adaptation off a light novel, I know usually they like to cut a lot of stuff off to make the anime dim down and shorter. So I'm guessing we probably had some weeks of time skip there, but everybody's doing good, and Merlin training, increasing and holding out their barrier magic. Then we switch over to Medina, her training, and she's teaching them how to use and mark magical equipment and stuff like that. Then we get this funny moment with Shin saying we all need to get stronger to beat Oliver Sodom, and he said I must get stronger as well, and everyone just backs away and looks at him like, you must get stronger, you're already strong enough. So it was just hilarious having that moment between them. But after that we get the credits and stuff, and after they're done their training for the day and they went to go relax, August had asked Shin for a favor, and he like, I need to go back to the capital real quick, can you open your gate and take me? Shin was like, okay, sure, I take you to Uncle Deus, you're like a cousin of me, so why not? So he takes him. He doesn't just open the gate for him, he actually takes him there. And this is when we meet two new characters. The first one, and they're both female. The first character we meet, her name is Ellie. They call her Ellie, which is short for her real name, which is Elizabeth, or Elizabeth, something like that. Elizabeth. It's not Elizabeth. It sounds like it is Elizabeth, but basically they call her Ellie, and she's actually the fiance of August. So technically, when he becomes the king, that'll be his queen. So that was interesting. And she was screaming at August saying, how dare you leave me? You went to the training camp thing supposedly, but you didn't tell me, blah blah blah. Then when she sees Shin's there, and he tries to like step in to be the peacemaker, she sees him doing that, her attitude quickly changes, and she bows down like a princess, and she gracefully, introduce herself and say thank you for taking care of August. And then in the back, they see another female. And August was like, oh, you was here the whole time? And it was actually his sister, May. And she's upset, not that her brother left her there, but the fact that he didn't take her, because he knew that she always had an obsession with Guru, or Merlin, the grandma of Shin, Merlin's ex-wife. So she felt some type of way that her brother left to the training camp to be trained under both of them, but yet he didn't take his sister with him, knowing that she looked up to her. So she felt some type of way about that. And he finally went to his dad to speak to him to see what was the urgent message. And it basically was the fact that both these girls wanted to join in the camp. They didn't want to join in like the activities and stuff, they just wanted to be there and observe what's going on. And August was like, I can't take them, they're gonna be in the way. But the king, as you can tell, he seems to be the type to spoil his daughter and future daughter-in-law, so he gave them permission. And the princess, she got permission already from her dad, so it was like everybody was technically against them, and you have Shin in the back just laughing because he already knew that August was defeated. There was nothing August could have done to stop that. So they open up another gate and they take the ladies with them. And as they walking back to Sizilien house where the camp is resting, it was brought up by Shin that you really wanted to come not to just observe August, but since he's the next prince, since he's the prince to be the next king, you realize that all the girls might hype on him and he might do something that he shouldn't. And that was Shin's thought process, really negative. But we actually found out it was the opposite. She actually trusts August a lot when it comes to females, and she knows that August won't cheat. The problem is, what she doesn't trust was actually Shin. And Shin was like, wait, we don't have that type of relationship. You getting us confused. And she's like, but every time we talk, it's always Shin this, Shin this, Shin this. I'm tired of it, and I got jealous of you. And he was like, me? So it was hilarious seeing that moment between them. And then we have May, August's sister, in the background, and she's having like this weird fetish of the two boys nude hugging each other, and it was like, and she's just blushing with hearts. And I'm like, oh, this chick, she might be young, but she's she's into all that. But it was hilarious. But they get back to the house and they talk. But there was something important before they get to the house. They stopped by a ramen shop, and basically in the ramen shop, August told Shin in front of the two girls, you have to man up and tell Sizilien, you know, that you want her to be your girlfriend. And he was like, I don't know if she feels that way about me. And August was like, dude, look, chill, calm down. And just ask her, believe me, she likes you a lot. And he's like, how do you know? How about she rejects me? And he was like, he brought up a good point, August. How will you know how she really feels about you if she's gonna reject you if you never have the courage to ask? And Shin kind of got like profound and stopped. Then when they finally get to the house, and we have Sizilien talking to Shin and August, and you see Shin is kind of like embarrassed to look at her. Both the girls, not one of them, both of them was like, oh, so this is the girl that you like. And everyone just started hopping in and just started like, you know, plucking on like Shin and stuff, and saying how like he's not, you know, he doesn't want to like man up and say what he has to say. And I forget the specific dialogue that went down, but made it funny was Sizilien's part. She basically says something along the lines of, thanks to grandma, because they were talking about babies. She's like, I don't think Shin is gonna have a bad baby. I think our baby's gonna be nice and adorable, and everyone's gonna love him. And everybody stops and looks at Sizilien, and I'm thinking, oh wow, she just predicted the future. They're gonna actually have a child together. It's gonna be a boy. That was my first thought, but everybody else was like surprised that she actually stated this. With like, she didn't just state this out loudly, but she said like she was proud, like she knew it was gonna happen. And everyone started looking at her, and as you see one of my thumbnails, she blushes and she just darts out the conversation. Then, you know, it's evening, so everyone goes take their baths, and as dinner's getting set up, you have Shin walking around, cooling himself down after the tub and that whole incident. And guess who he bumps into? Sizilien, who she was doing the same thing. She was getting a nice fresher breath air, but sitting down on a bench. So he sits down and he basically finally mans up and was like, look, I always liked you since I first saw you. It was like light and it struck me for the first time, and I can never stop thinking about you. And she started crying. She was happy because she felt the same way. And she thinks Shin is handsome. And as you see my other thumbnail pic, they were close to kissing after Shin asked, can you be my girlfriend? And she was like, yes. When they was about to kiss, everybody fell off from like leaning over the bushes, and they all fell out. And we saw everybody. We saw Sizilien's one of her court guards, I believe, or high guards. We see both Merlin and Meldon. We see all the male and female students that are there. I believe there was a butler there as well. But everybody was basically spying, which was the funny part. Super hilarious. And then we get like the last two scenes of the episode, which was awesome. Shin makes everybody play volleyball. But this kind of reminded me of Hunter x Hunter, for anyone who watches that, which is like, that's my favorite anime. In Hunter x Hunter, in the Greek island arc, there was basically this special place where they can use their power where they're playing volleyball. And that's technically what Shin made them do. They were able to use magic in their volleyball, which was really awesome and cool. Seeing how everyone upgraded. That's why I'm saying there must have been a time skip from last week's episode to the beginning of this week's episode, because everybody improved greatly in their magic. Even the girl who can't really control her magic and her magic explode a lot, even she had like a good handle. Not a good one, but like an okay handle on her power. And we see when they play in volleyball how each and every one their powers have upgraded. So that was pretty cool. Then we get the final end scene where like all the boys and girls are in their room, same room, talking about relationships and gold and stuff like that. And we get a backstory how like August fell in love with Ellie because she was the only girl that was not after August. So she said she didn't want August. For August, I was like, oh wow, finally a girl that doesn't want me, and she doesn't want to talk to me. That got him intrigued, so he wanted to be the one to talk to her. Even though inside she actually did like August a lot, which it ended up being beneficial for her because in the end they're now engaged. So they're boyfriend and girlfriend for now. So that's pretty cool. And another thing is that it ends off with like Nadine coming in and everyone pretended was sleeping, but Shin was kind of squeezing Sizilien in certain spots that he shouldn't when he went to hug her and put her down and put the covers over them so they could hide. So she ended up voicing her opinion, and Shin freaks out like, "Oh, I'm sorry." But then Grandmom's standing right over him, and she's like, "You just became boyfriend and girlfriend, and now you're trying to hurry up and move on up, huh, Shin? Don't try to lie and deny it." And he was like, "But I wasn't." Then we have the girls in the back just cracking jokes saying, "Oh, horny little Shin, little horn dog," and they were just making fun of him. And it was a really good episode. It was more comedic. Most of the episodes of this anime has been comedic and love relationships, since it's like romance space / slice of life / fantasy. So, but it's based more off of fantasy and slice of life than anything else. So we're gonna have those moments. It's not gonna be a battle chapter or a battle episode every episode. We had a few already, but not close to enough to how many lovey-dovey episodes we have. But still, this has been a great anime so far. I'm loving it. I believe this is supposed to run for 24 episodes first season. So this is episode 8. So we have another 16 to go. So can't wait for it. That's if that's true. We have 24 episodes. Hopefully it's not 12 or 13. Because most light novel, when they become an anime adaptation, the first season's always like, first season will have like 12 or 13. So hopefully that's not the case for this, but it was pretty good. It was enjoyable. The story did move up a lot. We did get to see character development and improvement in their powers, which is very important. We know there's still demon lords plenty around, more and more each day, thanks to Sodom and his people. So can't wait for that to be combat. But yeah, this was a great episode. Episode 8 of Wiseman and Grandchild. If you haven't watched it, everybody's gonna watch it. If you watch it, go watch it again. Really great stuff. There was something mentioned earlier about death flags rising thanks to August and Shin conversation. It was like a real quick segment. A lot of people probably didn't catch on to that or notice it. But I wonder if someone from Shin group is gonna die. I doubt if it's Shin the main character, but hopefully it's not August. But I have a feeling, since this conversation was between these two men and Shin mentioned death flags, or you trying to prevent or hope for one, I have a feeling that August might die. I hope not, because actually August is my favorite character. But light novel readers and manga readers, please no spoilers. But that's just my thought opinions on that. But that's all I have for you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Please hit that notification bell, because YouTube been very iffy with the subscribe thing. You have to do both, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and make sure you put all posts and notifications, so whenever a YouTube that you watch put out a video, you can be one of the first ones to know about it, and you won't be late. Follow me on Twitter, link me down below. Share with your family and friends, and give this video a like. But that's all I have for you guys. Peace out and have a good one.